Oh, fucking fantastic. Oh, yeah. Sprayed my phone, got it all over the fucking ground. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, that's, that's, yeah, that's, fuck. Well, see what the oil looks like. Oh, yeah. That's fucking good for it. Well, I fucking made a video earlier this year. One of my customers had a Honda engine that they left the spark plug just completely out of it for several years, and it got a bunch of rainwater and crap in there, and it fucked up the engine. I have the engine still. Um, I my helper found this like Chinese aftermarket big bore kit for it. It comes with a new engine block and all kinds of shit. I'll probably end up doing that with that one because that one was like rusted. Not, it wasn't rusted totally solid, but it was pretty tight, and it was a bitch to get going again. This here is my fucking log splitter, and I normally try to take decent care of it, somewhat, anyways. I bought the engine used years ago. Paid like $100 for the engine or something like that. I don't know. And I'll pull the covers and shit off later, or in case I don't. This is a different muffler than most of them come with. This is actually like the muffler off of. I've most commonly seen them on water pumps and shit, and it was awesome because it was a very, very quiet muffler, and I loved that about it, because just the quieter the better. Anyways, about halfway through the summer this year, I heard it just like all of a sudden, just like you flicked the light switch, it developed a big exhaust leak. And I had actually ordered some parts and shit to put a different muffler on here to try and get it even quieter and what have you. And I just hadn't got around to it yet. And unfortunately, this thing sits outside exposed to the weather. And I completely and totally forgot about, oh, hey, it's got a fucking exhaust leak. If exhaust is getting out, then that means that water and shit can get in. And then I went to go start it, and it was fucking hydrolocked today. And so, I mean, we've had pretty, we've had rain for the last week or something. I can't remember. It was been 2 weeks since I ran this thing or something. Hopefully, fuck. Hopefully it didn't like rust solid. Well, okay, I mean, it obviously hasn't rusted solid because the engine's still turning over and shit. But, yeah. Normally, these Honda engines do absolutely just fine sitting out in the weather. But, like I said, I, just totally spaced it, and now I'm kicking myself in the dick. Alright. Put a brand new NGK Iridium spark plug in it. Filled it back up with oil. It does have a magnetic dipstick in it. And yes, this is an angle grinder wrench for the throttle. It was missing the throttle lever, like it was cut off when I got it. And that's what I did, and it's been that way ever since. And On one hand, it's a Honda, so you would expect it to start. On the other hand, it's not had a good life. Well, it still runs, so that's always nice. I split a few rounds with it, and it's doing all right. Even just now, when I started it, the exhaust leak is much worse than it was the last time I ran it, and yeah. Yeah, that could possibly explain things. Unsurprisingly, the oil still has water in it. I'll, of course, keep an eye on that and change the shit out of the oil until it's looking good again. And I been meaning to build a enclosure, like even just some bullshit shed as like a rain cover over the log splitter area, and I suppose this is a pretty good example of why I should do that. But yeah, that'll be it for this video. I will make some sort of different muffler for this thing. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet. When I do that, then I'll make a video about it. But I have a bigger hydraulic tank for this thing because this has got just some little bullshit, like, you know, piece of square tube for a hydraulic tank. And I've got that Mitsubishi diesel engine to go on here. Normally I take a lot better care of my stuff than this log splitter, but I had traded a motorcycle for this log splitter, and I paid like $100 for the engine or something like that. And the battery I bought from my local parts store. It was actually a core battery, like that was, you know, brought back to the parts store to exchange for a brand new battery. But the battery was still good and still had some life left in it. And I just paid the parts store the core charge for the battery. So, you know, I got a Group 31 battery for $27. You know, of course, maybe that battery is not good enough for lots of other applications, but for a junky old log splitter, it does just fine. One of the things that I'm going to try to do this winter is to build another bigger log splitter. I've been kind of stacking parts away for a little while now, and I've got a idea in my head for what I want to do for a much bigger, beefier log splitter. And then now that I have that Mitsubishi engine, and now that this thing is needing some attention as a giant understatement, then that is what I'll hopefully do this winter. But don't be a dumbass like me.